Dear soul, allow me, your ever-present guide, to reveal an event of deep importance. Something that echoes not just in the shadows of the night, but resonates deep inside you. Think about those quiet, special moments in the early hours of the morning, while the world slept soundly and a deep, almost touchable silence covered the earth. It was during such a quiet moment that something amazing happened, something beyond what we normally see or feel. You may have sensed it yourself, even if you weren't fully aware. I felt a different energy tonight, a real shift in the unseen energy around you. Yes, something important occurred, and I can sense your heart racing, perhaps fluttering with a growing excitement, as if you know that something important is about to be shown. Listen closely, for this is about the one meant for you, your soulmate. In that deep stillness, they had an experience. Yes, a meeting not planned by humans, but arranged by powers beyond our world. In the middle of the night. It was a moment when the world was asleep, lost in dreams, and everything seemed quiet, hushed, holding its breath. Understand that this message didn't reach you by chance. The universe works in quiet ways to deliver messages meant for your soul. I urge you, stay until the end of this message and understand what your angel, that is I, wants to tell you. To show this connection is real, like this video, become a member of the channel to make our connection stronger, leave your amen in the comments as a sign of faith, and subscribe to the channel to receive more special messages meant for your path. I know you feel it, don't you? Perhaps a slight uneasiness, a feeling of being restless, a sense that something has changed, shifted in a way you can't see, but you can't quite figure out what. It might feel like searching for a forgotten word just on the tip of your tongue. Well, my dear one, my dear charge, I need to tell you what's happening, to explain this gentle feeling in your spirit. But know that the truth comes wrapped in mystery and silence, unfolding layer by layer, like the petals of a heavenly flower. What did they feel, your soulmate, in that special moment? What happened in that darkness, under the cover of a sleeping world? Perhaps you imagined, your mind naturally looking for normal reasons, that it was a meeting with someone they considered important. Perhaps maybe someone they already know, someone from their present life, or someone who has walked alongside them for some time. It would be natural to think so, wouldn't it? Our human hearts often think of stories like that. After all, these meetings, secret meetings born from love or curiosity, often happen in the quiet of the night, away from prying eyes, hidden in secret. Without realizing it, your mind may have imagined the scene. Them leaving quietly, stepping out into the empty streets covered in the soft glow of streetlights, the moon watching from afar, a silent, silver witness. Perhaps you thought they were with someone, a familiar face, a name maybe echoing from their past, an old connection coming back under the cover of darkness. It would be easy to believe that in the middle of the night, they were walking toward an old love or a new secret love. Such stories are part of life stories. Who else would they meet under the cover of night, where secrets are whispered like rustling leaves and promises made in soft whispers, carried away on the gentle night breeze? But there was something unusual, something special about this meeting. A much more important presence was involved. A bigger power was involved, something beyond any normal explanation, something that doesn't make sense in human terms. Even from a distance, separated by miles and circumstances, your heart might have felt a slight feeling, a strange connection, as if something deeper, something of lasting importance, was happening. That night, believe me, was unlike any other. The very veil between worlds seemed thinner, easier to pass through. The energy around them, around that moment, was different, filled with a special power. The sounds seemed distant, muffled, as if the world held its breath, and time, perhaps, even slowed down, stretching like elastic around this key moment. Now, you're wondering, your mind full of questions, who were they with? What was said within those unseen spaces of holy connection? There's a need to know more, I know. I can feel your mind searching for answers, trying to figure things out, seeking clearness in the middle of the mystery. But let me tell you, this meeting was no accident, no random event. It wasn't something that any person could have guessed or planned. While the world slept, while silence covered the night, something was moving around you, unseen forces changing the path ahead. something that would forever change the direction of the lives involved, yours and theirs. Every step taken in that stillness, every gesture unseen by human eyes, every glance exchanged in that deep silence had a hidden purpose, a plan that still waits in the shadows, waiting patiently for the right moment to show itself fully to you. Imagine, just for a moment, the complete silence of the sky, the huge, watchful sky above. In an unexpected moment, without warning, slipping through from another world, God decided to step in directly in the path of destiny. A planned, loving, and meaningful act. God visited your soulmate. Yes, your soulmate was touched by God, blessed by the Creator's presence, but not in the way you might first think. It wasn't just a simple blessing. It was a direct meeting. Something was said, an order was given, a message stamped onto their spirit, and everything changed in that instant, starting a chain of events leading straight to you. You can feel this energy now, can't you? A gentle feeling, knowing something unseen is moving around you, working behind the scenes. A connection has been turned on, made stronger, lit up. A plan set in motion, a heavenly plan unfolding. God spoke, but what was said? What was commanded of your soulmate? This is what you need to understand, the heart of this message. But not everything can be revealed at once. Heavenly timing controls everything. There is more, much more, details and fine points still to come, but I am not allowed to tell you everything yet. Understand that this heavenly command is more than words. It is an order that rings through time and space, a living feeling, and it will change the course of your life, and there's in ways you cannot understand yet. God, in great wisdom and quiet power, came down and found your soulmate. Imagine for a moment the Creator of the universe, the one who shapes hearts and guides galaxies, moving gently toward the soul meant to be the perfect match for yours, your heavenly partner. It was not an ordinary meeting. It was not just any moment. It was something sacred, something wrapped in mystery, filled with heavenly importance. A heavenly order given in silence, but that echoed deep inside your soulmate like thunder, shaking them to their core in the deepest way. Feel the connection forming now, strengthening with every word I speak. An unseen but real line connecting your life to theirs. It's a cord of light, spun from destiny itself. And in this moment, as you listen, understand that a message was given. God commanded something to your soulmate, something strong, something they can't avoid, and it changed everything. The whole direction of their life changed onto a new, meaningful path. The voice of God does not echo like the voices you know. It's not limited by sound or hearing. It resonates deep in the soul, like a whisper that only those prepared can hear, a vibration understood at the spirit level. And your soulmate was prepared, ready for this special meeting. When God's presence approached, there was a silence so deep that even the winds stopped, the world holding its breath in respect. And in that silence, something began to change within your soulmate, a deep change, an awakening. Something that even they do not yet fully understand, but feel with every heartbeat, a growing sense of purpose, a pull towards the unknown. Seek them out. The time will come, was the heart of the heavenly message. It wasn't shouted from the heavens, but given with gentle power. It was a command so gentle and so deep that it went deep inside them. Your soulmate was touched by this divine presence in a way that words cannot explain, leaving a lasting mark on their spirit. Something was planted in their heart, a seed of destiny, something that began to grow and change, like a flame that starts small but slowly burns everything around it, changing their inner world. Now, your soulmate carries this secret inside. They may not completely understand it with their mind, may not know your name or your face, but they feel with an unexplainable strength that you exist, that somewhere out there is the missing piece of their soul's puzzle, and that somehow their path is leading toward you. This feeling might show up as a quiet longing, a feeling of waiting, or times of deep thought. Imagine the great size of the universe, every star and every planet in perfect motion, and amidst all of it, a soul being guided by God's own touch, a single focus in the universe's dance. Your soulmate was called, chosen to do something greater than they ever thought possible for themselves. The Creator looked into their eyes, saw their whole being, their past, present, and possible future. And then, with a voice softer than the wind, yet carrying the weight of forever, commanded, "Go find them. The time will come." It wasn't just a simple order, but a command carved deep in their spirit, woven into their very soul. Something that can't be ignored, no matter how much time passes or the situations they may face. Life might bring other paths, distractions, but the main command stays. This heavenly command is already working, quietly guiding choices, changing how they see things, drawing them closer. Your soulmate, in some unexplainable way, starts to feel a restlessness, a longing for something they don't know, a feeling of being incomplete that worldly things can't fill. But this longing, this search, is for you. They can't escape. The words of God echo within them, a constant, quiet hum beneath the surface of their daily life, and they will guide every step, every choice, whether they know it or not, until you and they finally meet. It is as if time itself is working to bring your paths together, changing events in your favor. As if the universe is moving toward this meeting that must happen, lining up meaningful coincidences, opening doors. Your soulmate has begun to wake up in a way they never have before. It's more than just growing as a person. It's their spirit waking up faster. There is a sense that something big and certain is about to happen, a key moment getting closer. It's as if every heartbeat is a reminder, a call to move forward towards an unseen destination. They feel your presence, like a faint melody on the wind, even without knowing your name or your face. It's a strange but real feeling that begins to fill their thoughts and feelings, coloring their dreams and waking moments. God, in His great wisdom, planted this seed of wanting, of searching, not to cause pain, but as a holy compass. And now, your soulmate begins to be guided, even without knowing it. Each day, each moment, they are led to places, meetings, and situations that bring them closer to you. It might be a sudden urge to visit a certain place, a conversation that sparks a new direction, a book falling open to a meaningful page. They may not fully understand it yet, but something inside them is changing, evolving, preparing. Something is getting ready for the big meeting. The longing gets stronger. They miss you on a soul level. They feel your presence in their dreams, in their thoughts, like a silent shadow that follows them, a comforting but constant feeling. This is the power of God's command. He woke something inside them, something that can't be erased or ignored, a heavenly push. Now, your soulmate carries a secret in their heart, a secret they can't fully explain. It's as if a part of their soul knows, with a sure feeling, there is someone waiting for them, someone who completes them in a way no one else could. This feeling gets stronger with each passing day, as the heavenly command starts to guide their steps, affect their choices, pulling them onto their destined path. And as they continue their journey, God watches. He looks over their path, making sure they don't go too far off track, making sure that every challenge is removed or changed into a helpful step at the right time. Because heavenly timing is mysterious, working in ways we don't understand, and you may not see the signs now, but they are there, being carefully arranged like a heavenly song. Feel this connection, my dear. Feel that even now, as you hear my words, your soulmate is being guided to you. Feel the unseen thread that ties you across any distance. Every choice they make, every thought, every longing they feel, is quietly guided, answering the heavenly command that was planted in their heart. Time is something we can't control, but when God is involved, time isn't a problem. It's a tool, used perfectly. The meeting between you and your soulmate is set in God's plans, written in the books of destiny. But the when is still a mystery, hidden so you both can grow and get ready. However, let me tell you something to lift your heart. Time is bending in your favor. There are forces at work, heavenly energies and angel help, changing destiny, speeding up the moment when your paths will finally cross. It's closer than you might realize. As your soulmate follows their journey, something has begun to change in more real ways. Small signs, moments you might barely notice, are being put on their path. Meaningful coincidences, repeating signs, important meetings that act as guides. They may not know them now for what they really are, but each of these signs brings them closer to you, making the inner feeling stronger. God's command is too strong to ignore. like a current flowing under their life, and time, even though it's a mystery, is working for you, carefully weaving your stories together. There are times, surely, when your soulmate feels alone, as if something is missing in their life, a deep ache that worldly things can't fix. They try to fill that empty feeling in different ways through work, hobbies, other relationships, but nothing feels quite right. Nothing truly fills that deep, inner emptiness. This happens because they are feeling your absence, even though they don't know who you are specifically. The emptiness they feel is the longing for a connection that is yet to come, the space saved only for you. God knew this time would come, expected these feelings of searching, which is why the command was given to give direction and eventual happiness. Your soulmate may feel lost at times, adrift on the sea of life, but the heavenly command is like an invisible compass, guiding them back to the right path, always pointing them towards their true direction, towards you. Be sure, no matter how far apart you are now, this emptiness will only be filled when you are together. Then something happened, this inner feeling got stronger. A call, an inner voice, started speaking to them more clearly, more strongly. It is destiny whispering to them, reminding them something big is about to happen. They do not fully understand what is happening, the size of the heavenly plan, but they feel their life being guided towards something bigger, something beyond normal choices and habits. This call is the echo of the command God gave. It is destiny showing itself, preparing them for the moment when you will finally meet. They do not know it yet, but everything in their life is leading to this meeting, that point in time when your hearts will beat as one, recognizing each other across the crowd, across the years. But understand this, the path to you won't always be easy. God never promised that the most important journeys would be without challenges. These are not punishments, but preparations. But every challenge, every test is shaping your soulmate, making them stronger, tougher, more ready for the moment when your eyes meet for the first time. It's as if they are going through a cleansing, a polishing of their spirit, that will make them ready for the promise God put in their heart. And at the same time, you are also being prepared. Your own journey, your own struggles are not meaningless. Your soul is being shaped, guided by me, your guardian angel, so that when the meeting happens, you will be ready, open, and whole. The battles you face now, the doubts, the uncertainties, all of this is part of the plan. Trust that God is in control and God never makes mistakes. And then the day will come. It is certain, written in the stars. The moment that has been prepared since the beginning of time, when you finally meet, everything will make sense. All the questions, the waiting, the longing, it will all disappear in the light of recognition. God's command will be done, and the mystery of destiny will be shown in the connection you share. It will be as if the whole universe lined up for that moment, every star, every tiny bit working to bring you together. And in that moment, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that you were made for each other. The great meeting will be more than just two people meeting. It will be the meeting of souls meant for each other forever. A reunion predicted at the start of everything. God has already planned it, the universe is moving toward it, and now all that's left is for time to do its job. And when it happens, it will be as if heaven itself came down to earth, blessing that moment with its presence. When the great meeting finally takes place, it will be as if the winds of destiny blow with a force you can't resist, bringing with them all the missing pieces to complete the puzzle of your life. Everything will click into place with amazing clearness. It will not just be a normal moment, a meeting that fades like many others. Oh no, it will be a major point, a moment carved into the stars, echoing through the heavens as if the universe itself were celebrating the reunion of two souls that have always belonged to each other, finally finding their way home. Time, which often seemed like your enemy, stretching on forever, will start to unwind, losing its hold, like it knows it doesn't control you in the same way anymore. Past and future will meet in the forever moment of that meeting. Everything around you will become less important, fading to the background. Every noise, every distraction will fade away, muffled by the strength of the connection. It will be as if the whole world stops to watch what was always meant to happen. A holy pause in the flow of creation. This will be the moment when your souls know each other instantly, a flash of knowing that goes beyond thought, even though your eyes are still getting used to seeing each other. Their heart, the same heart that has been searching for yours in dreams and in silence, will start beating in a rhythm that you will recognize as your own. A familiar rhythm you've longed for without knowing it. It will be as if all the words you ever wanted to say are being whispered without needing a voice, communicated soul to soul. As if every thought you had was already written in their heart before you said it, and the same for them. You won't need explanations. You won't need long stories of the past to explain the connection, because the core of who you are, of who you have always been, will be there, easy for both to see, real and shining. When your souls touch, it will be like a stream of pure life and purpose flows through your bodies, a refreshing energy, a heavenly spark lighting up. It won't be just a physical meeting. It will be the waking up of something that was always asleep inside you, a hidden ability suddenly alive. It will be the finding of a strength you never knew you had, the power of joined souls working with God's plan. The love flowing then will be something beyond any normal description. It won't be just the love you've heard about in stories or seen in other relationships. It will be a basic love, rooted in the start of the universe, pure, without conditions, forever. This love, so deep and grounded in something greater than you both, will be like a light shining even on the darkest parts of your lives, reaching forgotten places, bringing warmth and clearness. Every pain you've ever carried, every lonely time endured, every worry or doubt that bothered you will be swept away, gone in the presence of this deep connection, as if it had never existed. Because in the moment when your souls meet, everything will make sense. The reason behind every tear, every weight carried, every closed door and uncertain path will be revealed. You will understand that everything you went through was God preparing you for this moment. Every experience a needed lesson leading you home. And don't think it will be a silent meeting just in your heart. On the contrary, it will be a moment of celebration in the whole universe. The stars will shine brighter, pulsing with joy, as if recognizing the return of something sacred to its rightful place. The waves of the sea, the breath of the wind, the whisper of the trees, everything around you will seem to bow in respect to this reunion. And within you, a huge peace will start to grow. Not the quick peace of calm moments, but a lasting peace. The sure feeling you are finally where you belong, safe and sound. There will be a joining of heaven and earth in the space between you. It will be as if for a brief moment the heavenly places had come down to watch what was planned from the start of time. The angels, like myself, will whisper blessings upon your names, celebrating this sacred union. The heavenly energies guiding you can finally rest now this part is done, because their main purpose of bringing you together is finished. This union won't just be a link between two hearts. It will be a living, pulsing energy beyond time and space. You two will be like a signal light, sending out a light touching not just your lives, but the lives of others around you. You will realize that the love between you was not meant just to make your own hearts happy, but to be an example, as healing, as inspiration for everyone lucky enough to see it, proof of God's love made real. Your journey together will be like a cosmic dance, where every step matches God's bigger plan, a partnership filled with purpose. The problems that once seemed too big will fade or get smaller because of this love's strength. You will discover that together, you are able to face any hardship, for this connection goes far beyond the physical, far beyond the emotional. It is spiritual, sacred. It is the picture of God's will shown in two lives joined as one. The moment this meeting happens, it will be as if all the promises God has made to you, all the words God has whispered to your heart in quiet moments, finally come true. It will be the coming true of a personal prediction, a dream that has been planted deep in your soul since you began. And you will understand, with a clearness you've never had before, that this is how it was always meant to be. Every smile, every touch, every glance between you will carry a special weight, a depth beyond human understanding. And at the same time, it will feel incredibly natural, as if you have always been together, as if every step you took apart was just preparation for this moment of reunion. You two will be like one being, two halves finally joined in a heavenly purpose. Words will be few sometimes, because your souls will speak much louder, communicating on levels unheard by the ear. You will understand each other on a level beyond words, in a space where time no longer matters. There will be perfect harmony between you, like your heartbeats were arranged by the Creator himself. And when you look around, you'll realize that the world will no longer be the same, seen through the view of this finished connection. Something inside you will change forever, and you will never see life the same way again. This meeting will be the key that unlocks doors you didn't even know existed within you. Doors to deeper kindness, greater strength, hidden talents, and deep joy. It will be the showing of a new start, a new part of your life deeply tied to your spiritual purpose. Your love will mirror God's love, endless, solid, forever. And when you are finally together, it will be as if heaven itself has come down to earth, filling every emptiness, healing every hurt, bringing back everything that seemed lost. I see clearly what's coming, through the curtain of time, and I can assure you that God is preparing something that will deeply change your life. A huge blessing is on its way. There will come a moment, sooner than you might think, when you will look around and realize that everything has changed, that things have started lining up in ways that seemed impossible before, like locks clicking open. And you know what will be even more amazing? You will see that this change was the result of your faith, of your trust in God's plan, even when the path was unclear. Do not be surprised when doors begin to open, doors you never thought would move. When chances pop up from unexpected places, seemingly out of nowhere. Each of these chances is a piece of the puzzle God is putting together for you, carefully arranging the picture of your happy life. God is about to do amazing things in your life, and when you see it, when you experience it, you will realize that everything has fallen perfectly into place with heavenly timing. Keep your eyes open, spiritually awake, listening for the quiet signs. Keep your heart open, soft and ready to receive. And keep your faith strong, grounded in knowing God's steady love and power. Because what is about to happen is not just an ordinary change. It is a heavenly change, a divine move that will lift you to a new level of happiness and purpose. You are on the edge of something big, something truly wonderful. And I will be here, by your side, guiding every step, whispering encouragement, helping you find your way, to make sure that you do not miss any of the blessings that are coming your way. God is ready to act and wants you to be prepared to receive. Believe, trust, and pay attention, because the amazing is about to show up in your life in a way that will amaze you. And I, as your guardian angel, will be by your side, celebrating every win, every success, and reminding you always that you are deeply loved and great things are waiting for you. Do you sometimes feel like you're in the middle of a puzzle, with pieces that don't seem to fit together? Frustrating, isn't it? What if I told you that God is holding the last piece, the one that makes everything make sense, the main piece that makes the whole picture work? Yes, the Creator is, and is waiting for the right moment, the perfect timing, to show it to you. Just imagine. Every challenge you face, every tear you shed, is building a path to something incredible. Have you ever stopped to think about that? That nothing is wasted? Each challenge is like a lesson, making your spirit stronger, building your strength, preparing you for something much bigger than you can imagine now. Can you feel that deep down in your heart, that deep feeling of purpose, even when you're confused? God does nothing by accident. Every detail has meaning. And believe me, God didn't create you for a normal life just to exist. God has a special plan for you, a one-of-a-kind map for your soul's journey. Have you ever wondered what your part in that plan is? Have you imagined what it will be like when everything lines up, when doors start opening easily, and blessings start flowing like a river? And when I talk about blessings, I'm not just talking about physical things, though they might come, but something much deeper. Peace, happiness, that feeling you are right where you should be, living as your true self. Have you felt that calling, that restless feeling in your heart saying you were born for more, something important? God knows you better than you know yourself. God knows your fears, your most secret dreams, the desires you barely dare to admit. And the best part? God has already written the end of your story, the final result, and it's a happy ending, full of wins and successes fit for a love child of the universe. Can you imagine that? Can you picture the doors opening, chances showing up out of nowhere, special meetings falling into place? And what if I told you that this moment is closer than you think? That the heavens are working for you right now, getting things ready for something wonderful? Are you ready? Are you prepared to accept what God has waiting for you, to step into your full destiny? I am here, always by your side, a constant presence, to remind you to keep the faith, especially when doubt creeps in. God is faithful, and what He has promised, whether whispered to your heart or written in destiny, will come true. Have you thought about how wonderful it will be when you look back and realize that everything made sense? That every struggle was needed to get you where God wanted you to be? Take a deep breath now, center yourself, and prepare your heart, because what is coming is greater than anything you've ever dreamed of. God is in control and His plan is perfect. Are you ready to live it all? Are you ready to see God's promises come true in your life? Have you ever felt, at some point, that there is an empty space in your heart, like something important is missing, a quiet ache because things aren't complete? That feeling, my dear, is not by chance. It's not a mistake or a sign you're missing something. It's God's whisper, reminding you that you were made for a deep connection, for a love beyond time and situations, a partnership like the heavenly connection itself. God doesn't want you to live alone. Being alone isn't your destiny. God has prepared you for something greater, for a love that completes and changes you, lifting you to be your best self. And here is the most beautiful mystery of all. Somewhere at this very moment, there is a soul that also feels this longing, that is also searching for something more, carrying a similar space within their heart. And this soul has been carefully prepared by God to walk with you, be your friend, someone you trust, your partner with a purpose. Isn't it wonderful to think that since the beginning of time, God already knew that the two of you would meet, that the Creator has already written a love story that shows the greatness of His own love? Think about it. A person who not only walks with you but understands you deeply, who connects with your soul, who sees in you everything God sees, your light, your possibilities, your natural goodness. God is preparing this meeting, arranging the meaningful coincidences, lining up the paths. And when it happens, it will be as if all the pieces of your life finally fit together, making a beautiful picture. It won't just be a meeting of eyes, but of souls, a connection that can only come from heaven, divinely inspired and blessed. Have you ever wondered what it will be like when this person enters your life? What it will be like when you look at them and feel completely sure they were sent straight from God? This moment is saved for you because God is faithful and He doesn't leave His children. God knows that true love mirrors God's love and wants you to feel it completely, its depth, its power to change you. Imagine what it is like to live such a love that makes you feel seen, understood, valued for exactly who you are. A love that strengthens you on difficult days and celebrates with you in victories, doubling your joys and having your sorrows. This person God has prepared for you will be more than just a friend. They will be the proof of God's care and goodness in your life, a living sign of heavenly kindness. Now, my dear, take a deep breath and feel the truth of these words in your heart. Let them sink in. God is already moving heaven and earth so this meeting happens at the right time, at the perfect moment. Trust the process. And while that day isn't here yet, God is preparing you, shaping your heart, healing old hurts, so you can receive this love with all its strength, fully and openly. You were not created to live alone. God made you to share your life, to walk your journey with someone who will love you in a way that reflects God's own love for you. And this person, this soulmate, is being prepared just like you are. God, in His great wisdom, is lining up every detail, every step so that at the right time you will meet. Remember always, I am your faithful guardian. I am the one who protects you, the one by your side with every step, every choice, every breath you take. Feel my presence now, a comforting warmth, a steady light. Allow your spirit to connect deeply with me. Leave behind the worries of the outside world, just for this moment. Silence the voices that take you away from peace. Breathe deeply and open your heart, because I am here, and I will always be. I will always be here, sharing God's messages and connecting with you. Dear one, under my care. Consider making a generous contribution if you feel moved to support our efforts of spreading divine messages. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or $50, your contribution enables us to continue sharing these profound messages of healing and hope with the world. Spreading the word is just the beginning of our mission. Hearts are being healed, hope is being renewed, and souls are being guided back to the light. Your support helps us realize our shared goal of making a positive impact. Your generosity, no matter how small, is what keeps our community thriving and bringing people together in love on this sacred journey. We are all interconnected, and we will rise as one. By uniting, we can conquer this. Let us wholeheartedly embrace the abundance that lies ahead. Amen.